You're just spending recklessly, and it would seem wastefully, without authorization. That's against the law.
Well, Senator, I completely disagree with you. I'm doing the job that the Secretary of Homeland Security is supposed to be doing, the one that the last secretary refused to do, that endangered the future of our country.
May think
what I'm doing is making sure we're enforcing our laws, and that people who are here that are criminal, illegal aliens are returned home.
You're acting in a way you think you're doing your job, but
the American people told us to do this job. The American people overwhelmingly in the last election said, we want a secure border. We want to make sure that no longer are the scales of justice tipped in favor of criminals.
Legal authority and spend money that is not in your budget.
All money is being spent according to how it is authorized and appropriately.
Hello, Patriots. Welcome back to Signal 76, the only channel brave enough to speak the truth about the threats facing our beloved America. Today, we're diving deep into the swamp, exposing the radical left's latest attacks on our sovereignty and the reckless spending that's bankrupting our nation. Are you tired of the woke mob and the globalist agenda trying to tear down everything we hold dear? Then smash that like button, hit subscribe so you never miss a vital update. Drop a comment letting me know you're standing with us. And watch until the end, because the information I'm about to share is absolutely crucial for understanding the fight we're in.
Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Absolutely.
Senator Blumenthal.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here, Madam Secretary. I'm sure you've seen the recent reports that your agency is going to sponsor a reality show, TV show, in which immigrants would compete for U.S. citizenship. Is DHS seriously vetting a reality show for immigrants to obtain U.S. citizenship? Your spokesperson is quoted in the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to ask that article be in the record, Mr. Chairman, if there's no objection, saying that, quote, it's in the very beginning stages of that vetting process. Each proposal undergoes a thorough vetting process prior to denial or approval.
Sir, we have no knowledge of a reality show. There may have been something submitted to the department, but I did not know anything about this reality show. Until the reporter reached out, we told him we have no knowledge of it. We don't know what he's talking about, and they still printed wrong information. So that article, in fact, they had to change it later because they lied so bad, and they had us on the record saying, I had no knowledge of a reality show. The department didn't. There may have been something submitted somewhere along the line because there are proposals pitched to the department, but me and my executive team have no knowledge of a reality show, and it's not under consideration.
Your response is to confirm that you will not do a reality show.
There are no plans whatsoever to do a reality show.
And that your spokesperson was completely misquoted as saying that it was being vetted.
That article was completely inaccurate and false. And the fact that they printed it when they knew it was false was a dereliction of their work.
Let me go to some of the expenditures that your department is making. $200 million for an ad campaign fawning over President Trump's supposed accomplishments. $21 million between January and April for transporting around 400 immigrants to Guantanamo Bay. About half of them were flown back to the United States. $6 million to El Salvador to imprison 300 individuals in a prison known for grave human rights violations, and many more, including $1,000 to immigrants wishing to self-deport. I understand one of the planes left within the last 24 hours. None of these expenditures are in your present budget. Aren't you going to run out of money before the end of this fiscal year? The continuing resolution doesn't cover any of them.
No, all the dollars being spent are being utilized as authorized and appropriately for the situation.
Well,
that flight that left yesterday,
under the continuing resolution or any other way that we normally authorize monies. You're just spending recklessly, and it would seem wastefully, without authorization. That's against the law.
Well, Senator, I completely disagree with you. I'm doing the job that the Secretary of Homeland Security is supposed to be doing, the one that the last secretary refused to do, that endangered the future of our country. What I'm doing is making sure we're enforcing our laws, and that people who are here that are criminal, illegal aliens are returned home.
You're acting in a way you think you're doing your job, But
the
you
American
also have a
people
responsibility
told us
follow
to
the
do
law.
this job. The American people overwhelmingly in the last election said, we want a secure border. We want to make sure that no
They did
longer
not tell
are the
you
scales of
to
justice
act
tipped in
outside
favor of
your legal
criminals.
authority and spend money that is not in your budget
All money is
authorized
being
by
spent
this
according to how it is
Congress or
authorized
any
and
other
appropriately.
Congress. Let me ask you about the money that is being used to supposedly repatriate Afghan allies, refugees to this country from the Taliban, Ukrainians who have fled here from Russian aggression. Can you confirm that money is being taken from the foreign aid allocation?
Are you talking about the temporary protective status program?
Correct.
Yeah. So
The repatriation, supposedly, of those individuals here under the temporary protected status program.
yeah, so we do have thousands of individuals that are here that have been protecting or been participating in the TPS program. That has been reevaluated to see if that program is still being utilized the way that it is supposed to be, as intended by Congress when it was laid out.
But there are
If that is
documents
always
that have
intended
been
to be.
publicly reported that say the administration is going to use money from the foreign aid program, AID, to send those people back to countries where they will be persecuted, tortured, and perhaps killed.
We're encouraging.
As the Afghan allies would be. Let me finish my question,
Sure.
ma'am. Where they will be potentially killed, tortured Afghan allies who served us during our wars there, saved lives of American soldiers and diplomats, are going to be sent back to the Taliban using foreign aid money. Can you confirm that's the plan that's been reported in the Washington Post this morning?
No, I won't confirm that because that's not true. Those individuals have an opportunity to apply for asylum and other programs where they will be protected if their lives are in danger from the government that's in their country.
Who can't
Time
qualify
has
for asylum?
expired. Senator Moody.
Thank you, Chairman Rand, and welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I can speak for everyone in this room, and
They think they can pull the wool over our eyes, folks. They think we're too busy with our families and our jobs to notice their insidious plots. But they're wrong. We, the true patriots of this nation, are awake, we're informed, and we're not backing down. We see their attempts to undermine our borders, to disrespect our flag, and to rewrite our history. Look at this latest absurdity. We have senators questioning our dedicated Secretary Noem about some ridiculous rumor of a reality TV show for immigrants. Can you believe the audacity? As if the brave men and women of the Department of Homeland Security have nothing better to do than stage some kind of sick game show. Secretary Noem herself has vehemently denied this nonsense, calling it completely inaccurate and false. Yet, the liberal media runs with it, desperate to smear anyone who dares to put America first. This is just another example of their relentless attacks, designed to distract from the real issues plaguing our nation. And what are those real issues? Rampant, unchecked spending, for one. These same politicians who peddle these ridiculous stories are the ones squandering our hard-earned tax dollars on their pet projects and globalist fantasies. $200 million for an ad campaign highlighting President Trump's undeniable achievements? To the radical left, that's an outrage. But spending millions to potentially fly a handful of individuals to Guantanamo Bay and then fly half of them back? Crickets. And don't even get me started on the millions being funneled to foreign entities, including those with questionable human rights records. This is our money, Patriots. It should be spent securing our borders, strengthening our military, and serving the American people. Secretary Noem is absolutely right. She is doing the job the previous administration failed to do, enforcing our laws and protecting our nation. The radical left calls it reckless. We call it responsible leadership. They want open borders and a weakened America. We want a secure nation where the rule of law is upheld. They're even trying to weaponize programs like temporary protected status, potentially using foreign aid to repatriate Afghan allies and Ukrainian refugees. While we have compassion for those in need, we must prioritize the security and well-being of American citizens first. Our generosity should not come at the expense of our own national interests. This is the battle we are in, Patriots. It's a battle for the heart and soul of America. It's a battle between those who believe in our founding principles of freedom, individual liberty, and limited government, and those who want to fundamentally transform our nation into something unrecognizable. We cannot afford to be complacent. We cannot afford to sit on the sidelines. We must stand up and fight back against this radical agenda. We must make our voices heard. We must hold our elected officials accountable. So what can you do? First, share this video with every single patriot you know. Wake up your friends, your family, your neighbors. Let them know what's really going on. Second, get involved in your local community. Attend meetings, write letters, make phone calls. Let your representatives know that you demand they stand up for American values. Third, support organizations and candidates who are fighting to defend our Constitution and our way of life. We are the silent majority no more. We are the loud and proud patriots who love this country and will not stand by while it is destroyed. The future of America rests on our shoulders. Let us rise to the occasion. Let us be the generation that restores our nation to its former glory. Stay vigilant, stay strong, and God bless America.